Hey group, welcome back again. Ragnar Daily Workout number 35. We're doing our deadlift here today. 3 sets of 8 with the deadlift. Not gonna show that again. Go back to video number 5 if you want to see it. For our 3 5-minute rounds, we're gonna start off with single arm landmine rows. We're gonna do 10 of those each arm for a total of 20. Then we're gonna get into lunge jumps for a total of 10. That's 5 each leg. If you're looking at it off of leg movement, so a total of 10. We're then going to move in for round 2 into hanging cleans and single leg jumps. We're going to do 10 of the cleans, 10 each leg for a total of 20 on the single leg jumps. We're going to wrap it up with round 3 of cable rows, which we'll do 10 of those, and then crab walks. We're going to do walls. 1 down, 1 back for a total of 2 wall segments total on the crab walks. Let's run through the movements and then we'll go. Again, we're not going to go through the deadlift. You can look at video number 5 on that. So we're going to start off with the single arm landmine row. You're going to need a landmine machine or at least a barbell. You can leave the barbell directly on the ground. You don't need to prop it in a corner. You can if you want to. This move, it's not really going to move out much on you. So you're going to grab the end of the barbell like this, and you're going to get into a rowing position. So my butt's out, my knees are slightly bent, my back is straight, and all I'm going to do is row that arm up, elbow straight up to the ceiling. 10 on this arm, switch over, 10 on the other arm. Then we move over into our lunge jumps. We've seen lunge jumps before, but it's been a while since we've seen them, so I'll just show you the quick move here. We're going to start off into a lunge position, arms above our heads. We're going to jump and lunge into our next leg. We're going to continue to move throughout it for 10 movements. It'd be 5 each leg. Please make sure that as you're jumping, you're controlling your movement well enough that you don't connect that bottom knee to the floor. With the jumping movement, you could risk injuring that. So please make sure you keep that off the floor. That move can suck a little bit, so modifying that move would be just don't come as low into your lunge or jump as high through your lunge would obviously be there. So the intensity is the modification with that move. Moving into hanging cleans, you're going to need a barbell. You're going to stack some weight up. Again, this is light demo weight, so it should be quite a bit heavier weight. We're going to be cleaning it up, but we're using momentum of our body. So that's going to really allow us to do a little bit heavier weight here. So we're going to come kind of like, we're letting our arms hang down in front of us here. Our back position is very similar to a deadlift. So where we're coming in with our deadlifts here. So we're getting into that. We're just not going down to the full extension on our deadlift. Okay, so we're here, hanging, proper positioning, proper back. What we're going to do is we're going to push out here like as if the top of our squat. But while we do that, we're going to be cleaning our hands up to here. So it's one fluid movement, pushing out the pelvis, throwing it up to here. So it's, again, we're going to use some of our legs. That's why we want to have a little bit heavier weight here. Here's what the movement looks like. So that's where we're at with the hanging cleans. Then we're going to get into the single leg jumps. You're going to get on one leg, balance yourself, and you're going to squat down and jump out as far or hard as you can on that single leg. Switch it up after you've done 10 on one leg, and you're going to come back to the other leg. So we're basically just jumping long jumps essentially on one leg. 10, switch up, 10 for the other leg. Then for our 3rd and final round, we're going to get into cable row. A cable machine that's positioned in between your belly button. So you'd move the machine head in between your belly button and your chest or to your chest is essentially the positioning you want. You can notice that if it's here, I'm going to get down a little bit further. So when I'm actually in the movement itself, I'm going to be at chest level with the bands or the cable if you're using a cable machine. The pole I've got this tied around is a little bit wider, so I'm not having to come back out as far to get as much tension. I'm actually have tension through the whole band right here. So please get tension through the whole band. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna act like I'm about to sit down. I'm bending my knees. My feet are pushing out this way to keep my body from coming in from the weight, the resistance that I have from the start. So partial sit. Here, arms come straight out. Good positioning on my back, my chest. I'm gonna bring those elbows back to the back wall, controlling it through the entire movement, even the forward movement on the weight. So that's a low cable row. You can use a machine or bands with that. The last one is crab walk. Everybody should know what a crab walk looks like, but I'll show you real quick. We're getting in a reverse tabletop position here, and we're just going to move like this as quickly as we can from one wall to the other. So our pace should be similar to this. We're moving as quickly as we can to stay up on our hands and feet. One wall, next wall, switch it back to cable rows. That's what we've got. Let's hit it hard.